YouTube Nation, my people from all over, welcome back to the show. And for everybody who's first time tuning in, please like, share, subscribe. What to do, y'all, on this rainy Thursday morning? I'm up. I got to take my granddaughter to school. I got to go talk to the principal about some things. So I got my leather coat on. So I got to get out here in this weather, man. It's cold out there. It's raining hard. I done been to the gym. And, you know, I used to sweated and said, man, it's like, damn. So I got to put the OG leather coat on and go down here and be paw-paw for the moment. You feel me? Well, paw-paw all the time, but I got to go do some paw-paw things this morning. Y'all dig it? Right on, right on. So anyway, y'all, while she up there getting ready, she like 9. She like 35. You know, women, it take forever to get ready. She's a young woman. So while she's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and drop this story for y'all. I told y'all I had another one for y'all. So right now, while I'm waiting for her, let me go ahead and hit y'all a little something. So this right here take place 2007 R.J. Donovan Correctional Facility, once again, San Diego, California. Now, this takes place before I cracked the staff member. For y'all don't know what I'm talking about, look at my archives. I got 4-part story in it saying how I got with this staff member in Donovan prison and married her, and we went there with it. So if you haven't already, check that story out. Now, like I said, I was working in the hospital at this time. Also, this is when I first started working in the hospital. And at this time, I think I was just now putting down my groundwork for what was next to come down the line, which was baby. This is the beginning of that. Now, I go back to the cell I'm on. At this time, I'm on facility A, which is also the 1 yard. It's a level 3 yard, and I'm in building 3 in cell 224. So I come in, I go in the unit. I go upstairs. I got off like about close to 4 o'clock, because count was like 4 o'clock, something like that. So it's close to 4 o'clock. So I go in, I go upstairs, I stand in front of 224. Now, mind you, it's a little window on the doors of these cell doors. So when I got there, I know I hadn't had a cellie. I've been without a cellie for a little while now, maybe like a couple of days, not long, maybe a couple of days at the most. Not even a week, I don't think. So I knew I'd be getting a cellie eventually. So I go up there and I notice through the window, this big old cat up on the top bunk. Bro up there like this. He just up there just kicking it. Now, he don't have my TV on or none of that. He just up on the top bunk, just like, you know, and got his legs swinging now, you know. Like, he just pretty much waiting to see what happened, what's cracking, you know what I mean? He got that mentality. But it's a trip because, remember, let's take it back, 1991, when I was 21 in Old Folsom, and I was in the cell with D-Dog from Black P Stone. And when D-Dog came to the cell, that was building 5. They don't have a window. They got a bunch of little round holes in the door, because building 5 in Old Folsom, that's like the dungeon. And got them metal doors that just slab, man. Got like I say, little bitty holes, and you could look in there. I think it was a tray slide or some other shit on there too. But D-Dog looking through there, like wondering who this nigga was in his cell. That was me. I had on this color too. I had on this color sweatshirt and the shorts. The shorts was really pants, but you know, in there we cut the shorts off and sew them up. And then we take the other piece, the excess piece, and then we make skull caps out of them. We sew that up to make a little skull cap. So it was all matching. So I had the blue this on, skull cap, the shirt, the shorts, and the white chucks with the same color blue fat laces in them. So I was just in there like cripped out, just like whatever, waiting to see how it went. And now here it is. Let's fast forward. 2007, R.J. Donovan. Once again, I'm in prison. Once again, my whole life, most of my life has been in prison. This is 91, and this is 2007. Been doing stretches, y'all. Trying to balance it out now. I'm out here for 7 years trying to get it right. But anyway, it's the same thing. It's the same thing that I was faced with from the inside perspective. Now, on the outside perspective, coming in my cell, this dude up here. Now, we didn't have colors in prison, so at this time, in 2000, we didn't have colors like we did back then. So, bro wasn't up in there flamed up or nothing. But when I went up in the cell, I was like, what up, bro? I'm Crazo from Raymond. What's your name? Well, I greeted him. No, I didn't hit him up. I just said, what up, bro? I'm Crazo from Raymond. And he, like, told me his name. He, like, I'm Reese from Fruittown, Piru. I'm like, all right, man. You know, nigga like, all right, man. Not like that, but, you know, they're like that. Nigga, for sure. It was respect. And he like, yeah, bro, I ain't up in here trying to be disrespectful or none of that. It's cool. I ain't turned up. Like, the word wasn't turned up back then, but basically what he was saying, like, you know, I come respectfully, you know what I mean? I'm not coming up in your joint being disrespectful and have a bunch of niggas coming to the door and all that old type of shit. I'm just, you know, just passing through. I'm like, for sure, bro. Now, I had seen him before because he was in another building. He was in building 2. And building 2 had like people that was the EOP building. So a lot of people that was over in the EOP building, that's the mental health. A lot of cats is over in that building flossing. And he was over there. Because shout out to the homie Al Booth from Trey 57 also. A bunch of homies that was in that building, that was in there just playing. Santana Mike, big Santana Mike also. Shout out to Santana Mike. People's up in them buildings, niggas was in there hustling, doing their thing. So they kick you out. So they kicked him out of there, and he ended up in building 3 in the middle cell with me. So like, all right, bro. So we was straight. Man, Reese was cool as fuck. We became real tight. He moved. He only stayed in that cell like maybe like, he didn't stay in the cell long, man. He did. I want to say a week, 2 weeks, maybe longer than that. Man, hell yeah, of course that. I think might have said a month or something. Come to think about it. Only thing about Reese and me that didn't work out. Only thing. Other than that, we was straight. It was all gravy. Only thing was this. He was a Clipper fan, and he's a Raider fan. Now, I don't just hate the Raiders. Raiders is cool to me. I just don't like, and when it comes to football, I just don't like other NFC East teams. Nothing in the NFC. If it ain't Dallas, fuck them. The Giants, the Eagles, the Commanders, fuck them. That's the only teams I really just really despise. These other teams, I'm like the 49ers, the Raiders, Dallas rivalries, Steelers. I don't really trip on them. Just NFC East teams. And in basketball, yeah, these dudes, Clippers, because they're in our shadow. This is Laker Nation. So it's like one team, LA, that's it. You can't be a Laker fan and like the Clippers. You can't be a Yankee fan and like the Mets. You can't be a Jets fan and like the Giants. So what's the difference between a Laker fan and a Clipper fan? Why we got to like each other? I mean, you know, for us team-wise. So he's a Clipper fan, and I'm busting his eye now because he up in my cell with this cell I was residing. I ain't going to say mine was a state cell, but he up in the cell with me, and I had this joint, everything in there, Lakers, Cowboys, and it was all blue. It was cripped out. And he was like, you know, he told me, he said, man, I can deal with the blue and all that, but I can't stand the Cowboys. And I was like, damn, bro, that just like, nah. I mean, he couldn't stand the Lakers, and I'm a SC fan. He a UCLA fan. So it was like that. I had SC shit in there too. I had an SC sign up in that joint. You know what I mean? It was like, but we were straight. We were straight. Like I said, he ended up moving out the cell to another cell. Shout out to the homie Drew too. Drew from Elm Street, Piru. Drew was up in there with us too. He ended up moving the cell with one of his other homies or something. And then I think he transferred. Then he went home. Yeah, he was showed to the house and he moved in the cell with me anyway. He was showed. So then he went home. So he went home, bro, stayed in touch. Bro wrote me, sent me pictures. Bro was going to Clipper games. Took his son to Clipper games and shit. He was out there being a single dad. I mean, taking care of son, taking care of responsibilities. So he stayed in touch, you know what I mean? And then, of course, I'm at this time, a little bit later, I got my baby and I started my first clothing brand while I was in Donovan, which is Rated R Wear. So, bro, ordering shirts from me, you know, he did bought wrong getting me shit from me too, though. But he just get Rated R shit. You know what I mean? He out there hustling, doing this thing. I ain't heard from him maybe like 2 months or something like that. But, bro, straight. We stayed in touch, you know what I mean? But that's why I say coexisting. We can learn how to coexist. We could do it in there. We could do it out here. This shit would be so much sweeter for us out here because it just, that's what we need to do. I mean, telling people to stop banging and stuff like that, that ain't going to never happen, y'all. You waste your energy. It ain't that. But you got to just show another way. You got to show people another way to do things, another way to go about it. You know what I mean? Instead of the way that we went about it before. Because what this generation is doing, they following what we did in the past. But they got their own twist on it. They doing it different because you got social media and all this other stuff. So trying to tell people, nigga, you need to stop banging. If you couldn't tell me that shit, damn, my mouth be getting dry. Too much coffee. What make you think I could tell these other dudes that? So you just gotta preach coexist. Learn how to coexist with these other dudes on the other side of the fence, man. Just it ain't gotta be always the way it used to be. This ain't the past, y'all. See, That's the thing. We reliving the past, and we don't even know it. We don't even want to know it. We don't even want to accept it because we can't coexist. So for me, I done been to cell with all these Bloods. I done been to cell with Hoovers too. Man, shout out to Hoover Rob from Nine Deuce Hoover, wherever Hoover Rob at from Nine Deuce Hoover. Shout out Hoover Rob, and shout out Cowboy from 7-4 Hoover too. Cowboy is my bunkie when I first got the CRC. Yeah, but you know, you be around these people and you see people show you respect because how you present yourself, and you get that in return. You reciprocate that. We don't have to be just at each other's throats all the time, man. We got to learn to be like, dude is over there with his wife, dude over there with his moms, his grandmom, his kids, and his grandpop, somebody in his family. Why do that, dude? Why bother this? Let them chill. Going about your business, man. Why create a situation that you're going to regret? Because then you're going to do some dumbass shit, end up in prison, and then you're going to be a whole different person. So again, a lot of these people out here with them things who can shoot and all that old shit, ain't all that in the pen, bro. You get up in that penitentiary, man, it's a whole different person. Because you ain't out there off them drugs, them guns. Now you up in here, now you want to see you stab something. Let's see you put in some work up in here now. That's what's happening. But anyway, not to go off course, so coexist, y'all, because a lot of us didn't live with people that we consider to be our enemies in prison. We got stories to tell about, yeah, I live with this dude from over here, this, that, you know, I fuck with them in there. But then out here, it's like, man, how can you be like, fuck them niggas? Okay, it's fuck them niggas, but it ain't fuck all them niggas, because there's some of them cats that you got love for, you didn't fuck with, you didn't vibe with when you was in the joint. You didn't live in the cell with while you was in the joint. You didn't kicked it and smoked weed and drunk Pruno and worked out and played ball with when you was in the joint. So, all based on respect. All because when we first came to prison, people told us, oh, Crips get along. So, okay, we not feuding with these other Crips. They tell us all blacks stick together. So now we not feuding with these Bloods or whatever. But then we back on the streets. What? We just was taught something. We lived 20, 30, 40 years and back out there on the streets. And now it's back to the way things used to be. That's running our laps backwards. We living in reverse. We living in the past when we think we live in the future, in the present. No, we not, because we doing the same shit we did back in the day. That's all it is. You just change it up a little bit. You just, you know, decorate it and shit, put a little something on it, spice it up, you know what I mean? Whatever. And all that old kind of good shit. But we live in the past. We doing the same shit we've been doing. But we talk about progress. What's up with this community revolution? I thought it was in progress. What kind of progress? What kind of progress is going on here? Bullshit progress? Or are we making any positive progress? Any good progress? We need to coexist. Because we just need to coexist and stop just tripping on sight. That's what we need to do.